First Grenfell, then hundreds of buildings being tested for flammable materials. And now many of you could be using a building that our taxes pay for, in part, that could be an accident waiting to happen. Grenfell was and is a tragedy. I said that on Tuesday and in every other episode that I've given my opinion on with regards to Grenfell. That was a residential block. Most of the buildings that have since been tested are residential properties. There are a few that are council properties as well. But what about a building that has just been refurbished to the tune of £160 million and takes care of some of our most, arguably, illest patients in the NHS system? I give you the Cancer Centre of Guy's Hospital. In a report and investigation by Roslydale, a blogger, initial investigations at first raised no concerns, but countless checks thereafter found that rain screen panels on the 14-storey tower were made of aluminium composite material, which were the same rain screen cladding placed on Grenfell by the company Harley. And as a result of them tests and failings of the cladding, work to replace the cladding, which now covers 15% of the exterior, is now going to begin in the next few weeks. Brilliant. The building, which does have the fire detection systems and the sprinklers that were missing in Grenfell, will remain open after a London Fire Brigade investigation enabled the trust to declare the centre safe. They're the experts, we have to trust them. But bear in mind, Taplow was evacuated as a precaution when they did the same investigations and found the same results. But who paid for the works that included the rain screen cladding? That has to be removed. Well, it received more than £30 million in charity donations, including £2 million from the charity of broadcasters David and Jonathan Dimbleby. It includes a private 53-bed HCA hospital on its top 4 floors and a hub of 70 scientists from King's College London. But I've been looking around myself, and what company was responsible for the initial works done on the building? Well, Lang O'Rourke and a company called Essentia led the development. The planning permission was granted back in 2012. But what makes this interesting is the planning permission came with conditions. This included the council wanting to see the material to be used for the cladding, the rain screen cladding that is now due to be removed. And added to that was the recommendation of the planning committee. They stated the design of the building is considered to be high quality that will result in striking form, creating a new destination point, and is considered, here it comes, to make a positive contribution to the skyline of London, creating a local landmark building within Southwark. But just how much of a landmark, and how much was spent on mere cosmetics rather than anything practical? Well, the Cancer Centre contains £1.7 million worth of public art, including a £100,000 bronze sculpture at its entrance, inspired by a Roman boat buried under the hospital. Apparently this is to symbolise a patient's journey while undergoing treatment. Yes, it's commendable that the famous Dimbleby brothers donated funds in honour of their father. Yes, it's commendable that some of the building was designed by patients. But is it commendable that once again, not only do we have a building that is wrapped in the same cladding as was on Grenfell Tower, but cancer patients may or may not have the added worry that if an accident were to happen, God only knows. But is Guy's Cancer Centre the only NHS building to have the cladding? No. Buildings at London King's College Hospital, North Middlesex Trust and Sheffield Children's Hospital have been found to have combustible cladding. But there are also 5 other hospital trusts that are still awaiting combustibility test results from the building research establishment of the first 38 priority hospitals to be checked. So this Rainabond PE is absolutely everywhere, so much so that NHS has ordered 17 1,000 hospitals and care homes to be inspected for fire risk. Students in Nottingham, just down the road from me, have been evacuated from their halls of residence. University halls in Edinburgh and Newcastle are also affected. But this whole scandal runs far deeper than any of us could have ever imagined. Not only was it Grenfell, but arguably there may well be thousands of accidents out there just waiting to happen. And always remember, the Conservatives sat on fire regulation reports for years. Have you heard much from Gavin Barwell lately? No, I don't think so. So how long is this going to take to rectify? Well, that could be anyone's guess, and I'm not going to be one of those to make hasty guesses. And tensions are running high on this scandal, especially over Grenfell. We all know that, but Elizabeth Campbell, the new leader of Kensington and Chelsea, was told at a meeting just the other night, "You have no understanding or respect for people in this tower. You're a disgrace." And that was said by survivors of the Grenfell Tower. But just bear in mind, only 14 out of 158 families of Grenfell have been permanently rehoused so far. A vast majority of survivors are still living in hotel rooms around the borough. But remember, Theresa May promised rehousing every family within weeks of the fire. Practical? I've no idea. Just like the residents of Grenfell said, is this going to turn into another scandal like Hillsborough? They got their justice, but how long did it take? We have to keep this in the forefront of people's minds. There could well be blocks out there that as yet haven't been tested. And let's pray we don't have another incident like Grenfell. United, we can get justice for all those concerned. Because united, we can have a better society and a better political system. If you are watching this and live in a block or near a property that is covered in this cladding, drop a comment in the box below. Are you a politician, public sector worker? If so, email the address below in the description. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I want to get this channel noticed so the truth gets out. Your truth and your voice should be heard. It really should. Let me know below what you think about what I've said. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye bye for now. Fucking moss everywhere. Fucking moths. Every fucking where. Fucking wankers. First Grenfell, then hundreds of buildings being